Hey guys, me and Dave. I didn't shave. I was gonna shave, but I didn't. My nose looked bigger on the other phone, so I thought I used the old phone to make a video. But okay, so today is the 1st of March. It's the 1st of March, and we're getting a storm. We're getting a blizzard here. It's been snowing all day long here, and the plows are out. They're not out. And so it's March 1st, 2023. Today is Wednesday. So, not much going on. They were still doing the same thing to me as in the video I made earlier and all stuff. They're still kind of doing that. So I hopped on Frank's call and Midge was on there, and Brian too was on there, and they kind of got into it a little bit and all this stuff. You know, Midge is a real TI. She is a real TI. I've seen her pictures. She has been burned quite a bit on her face and everything else. But I do think she. I don't like her. I just don't like her personally. I think she thinks she's better than us. She has more money than us, and she is, bragging about her $1 million husband and everything else, and he put her in the program and everything else. And I just think that she thinks she's better than us, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. I did go to Targeted Justice for help, and she totally blew me off, and I told my story and all that stuff, and she totally blew me off to another guy, which I think is a perp. That's just the way I feel. So I'm not crazy about Midge, and when she hops on these calls, she's a rock star. She's a damn rock star. Okay, she's a rock star. She's a celebrity. They give her the floor when she hops on these calls because she's very naive, very naive, very naive. She can't tell a perp from a real TI. She just can't tell. It's just in her blood. She can't tell a perp from real TI and all this stuff. And I think a lot of information she has, I think it's misinformation that she says and all this stuff. But she is a real TI. I mean, I've seen her pictures. She's been burned. And she kind of, she kind of thinks that she's the biggest TI in the world. And she kind of thinks that nobody else is going through what she's going through. Well, I'll tell you a little secret. They gave me a heart attack. I've been locked up 5 weeks in the psych ward and 3 months in treatment center and all this stuff, tortured to hell 14 hours a day and all this stuff. Yeah, you've been burned, but I've been tortured worse. A lot of us are being tortured worse. There's TIs out there pulling out their teeth because they've been tortured so bad in the teeth. They're pulling out their teeth, themselves, because they've been tortured in the teeth so bad. So there's a lot of TIs out there that have been tortured to hell, and I know Midge wants to make it out to be like she's the biggest TI in the world and all this stuff. There's a lot of TIs out there suffering. We're being sexually assaulted. Their wives are being sexually assaulted every single night. Some TIs are being burned. We're being remote neural monitored. We're being remote neural tortured. So she's not the only one out there going through hell because of her $1 million husband. Oh, I could get $1 million. Oh, I'm fighting for that $1 million. Oh, whatever. Who gives a shit? Who cares about your money? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about your money? Who gives a shit? You got money? Good for you. The rest of the TIs are poor and we're being tortured to hell. Who gives a shit about her? I'm sorry to be so mean, but she hops on these calls and she's a celebrity. They give her the floor. And she thinks she's the biggest TI and she knows everything that's going on. We're suffering. I was isolated for 9 months. I was isolated in this room with no light, no TV, no internet for 9 months, being tortured to hell. They were gripping my head so tight. They were doing outbursts so many times a day, 8, 10 times a day. You know, and she thinks she's the biggest TI in the world. I'm sorry, but bullshit. Bullshit. We're out here being hurt and we're being tortured every single day, being gang stalked every single day. We got perps calling us out, provoking us, trying to get us to fight. We got, Brian too has people taking knives out to him, machetes out to him, running into his car. I've had neighbors come out, oh, you want to fight me? Come over here and fight me, you mother effer, and all this stuff. Try going through that shit every single day. Every single day. I'm sorry she got burned, but we're going through this shit every single day. She thinks she's the biggest target in the world. We're the biggest target in the world going through this. We're the biggest target in the world. We've been in this program our whole damn life. They got about $10 million into us. So, I don't like her attitude. She thinks she's better than the rest of us. She thinks her shit don't stink. Well, it stinks just like the rest of us. I mean, and she gets the floor. When she hops on these calls, she gets the floor and she can talk whatever she wants. And she's so damn naive. She is so damn naive. She can't tell a perp from a real TI. She can't tell. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. She's like, oh. Give me a break. She's naive. So that's what I think about her. I don't think much of her. I feel sorry for her. I feel empathy for her because she has been hurt. She is a real TI. She has been hurt. Has been hurt, I feel empathy and sympathy for her. But, I'm sorry for what she's going through. It's just, it's like, don't act like you're better than me because you're not. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. It's kind of a rant. I'm sorry for that. So, I'm going to cut this off, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.